this morning.
That's right. Now at 6 a.m., D.C.'s curfew. We know that it's ended, it's been lifted, and for some protesters who were offered refuge inside a home in D.C., that means the doors are open and they can finally leave. And that is where we find Fox 5's Maureen Ume. She has more on a developing story. This started overnight, and now we've watched this crowd behind you grow. I saw that you put on Twitter, you referred to this group as the Swan Street protesters, and you mentioned that people are showing up in support of them right now.
Yeah, indeed they are. Let me just show you the scene here. So these are neighbors, some people who just came to show their support. They're calling themselves Swan Street protesters. That's sort of the moniker that they've sort of adopted. These were preschool protesters who say police all of a sudden, before even curfew was enacted, started corralling them and pushing them up the street this way to Swan Street, blocked them in between 14th and 15th Street, and there was tear gas, rubber bullets, and some homeowners kindly opened their doors to these protesters to say, had they been out here, they would have been arrested, they would have been hurt more by police officers. One of those homeowners is Juliana here. And Juliana, you gave refuge to how many people?
About 8.
Why'd you do it?
Well, it was the right thing to do, you know? The police were corralling people here like animals. They were blocking off all the entrances, the alleys. They purposely just wanted to arrest as many people as they could. It seemed like a sick joke to see how many people they could get arrested. And we were letting people in, and police deliberately blocked our doors so that no one else could come. They were saying, watch these doors, and as soon as people get out, immediately arrest them. And so we're like, no, this is terrible.
Were you at any point concerned for your personal safety? I mean, first of all, letting strangers into your home, and then secondly, with what police were doing?
I mean, no, it was the only. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
The only thing to do was to let people in. That was the immediate threat. Police were being quite brutal. They were pepper spraying people in their face. They pepper sprayed inside my neighbor's house, and no, the threat to me was not there. I was just trying to get as many people out as possible so they wouldn't get arrested.
Well, we appreciate that. I know she was a little reluctant to talk to us, but we appreciate you. I know the people that took refuge in her home have been, just wanting to shout her out, saying without her, a lot of them would have been injured. And she's not the only one. Beyond her is Raul, and he's been mentioned all morning long. He was the house that we focused on all morning long, and he's now come out. We'll talk to him in just a bit. But again, I just want to show you the scene. These are the protesters. Some of them here, these others have come to show support, but they're still here. Some of them waiting for rides to go home. But you can see there's a camaraderie. A lot of them said they were in these homes for hours, and they've almost become a family now. So there's a lot of camaraderie. They're trying to stay together. They're now emerging from these homes. Initially, we thought it was just one home, but it turns out there might have been 2 or 3 homes, probably 3 or 4 homes that opened their doors to these protesters. It's been emotional. You can hear the emotion in some of their voices as they're talking about why they're doing this. They said they were peaceful. They want their voices heard, and they'll continue to do this. In fact, at one point, Raul came out and he made a tiny speech saying, listen, let's keep the fight going, do it with sense, be smart about it, but be safe. So almost like a father figure, if you might, to some of these young people who are saying, we just want our voices heard. This is our time. We want our voices heard. So let me step aside again and just show you the scene here. This young woman here in the blue, she's a neighbor who's been here all morning, really just helping. And I haven't talked to you. I just assumed that you were with the protesters, but you're a neighbor who saw what was going on and actually became almost a point of contact.
Yeah, so I live right over there on Swan Street. I knew that there was a police kettle going on, and once it felt like it was safe for me to come outside, I got here at midnight, and I've been here ever since. We started on the other side of 15th Street just doing arrest monitoring and cop watching, and then slowly as the riot police left, we knew that there were people in here and probably in other homes. We didn't know exactly how many. We actually spent a long time negotiating with the remaining police to leave the block for the remainder of the night so that the young people could rest. And then after that point, we've just been sitting on these steps all night.
Bringing them food and
These young people, first of all, are amazing. They're whip smart. They were highly suspicious of us, as they should have been, right? Like, we were outsiders. They were very careful. They played their cards close. So they did every single thing. Like, I do organizing for a living. Every single thing I would have professionally advised them to do, they were doing. They created a beautiful full community in there with Rahul, my neighbor. This is something really special. This is a group of young people who were terrorized last night, right? Like they were tear gassed, they were kettled, they were beaten. They survived something traumatic and they built a beautiful community out of it. And like this is a full community now, and these young people will be together.
And they're passionate, which is the best thing I've heard in their voice. Just a lot of passion.
Unbelievably passionate, and obviously they had that passion because they were out protesting last night, and they watched their friends be brutalized. Right? We watched hundreds of young people be arrested from this street. And they took all of that and they compartmentalized it and they made it through the night and they thrived through the night.
And here they are. What's your first name?
My name is Becca.
Becca, thank you so much. Now, Becca, I want to get behind you because this young lady right here, and I'm sorry to just sort of bum rush you here, but you have been very vocal and very passionate, and I want to hear from you because you're saying, you know, the reason you're doing this is because you guys need your voices heard.
We need our voices heard, man. No justice, no peace. We were a peaceful protest, and they still attacked us. It doesn't matter whether you're violent or you're peaceful. They still will hurt you. They don't care.
So what's your message, and how do you move forward?
How do we move forward? The only way to move forward is if we change the system. And until the system change, we won't change. We're going to keep protesting. We're going to keep marching.
So what about those who said, listen, if you hadn't broken curfew, you wouldn't have been in this position?
That's their business, man. You got to take risks in life. No, you get nowhere but not doing anything. So we can't let them control us. You're right. We can't let them control us.
So you'll be out again?
I definitely will be out again.
Okay. So you're hearing it right from them. They're saying they're going to be out. Thank you.
No problem.
Thank you, guys. You're hearing it. They're going to be out again. But keep in mind, they're going to be out. But these are peaceful protesters. They have made that abundantly clear. They don't have weapons. They don't have anything. They're not looting. Yeah, exactly. They're not looting. And so then. Say it again?
Please keep the kids away.
Please keep the kids away.
Because they are getting tear gassed and maced as well.
You saw kids, young kids?
Yes.
Young kids in the front lines.
13 years old.
Wow.
Please keep your kids away. It's not safe here.
All right. Well, they're painting a...
Even if it's peaceful, they still want to cause a riot.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys for your time. You know, you're hearing it from them. You know, for those of us who are seeing it on TV and being in the midst of it, I can tell you the emotion. It's raw. These kids, I don't even want to call them young men and women. They want their voices heard. Homeowners coming out of their homes to help them. This is what the community is about. They're saying this is what the protest should be about. One voice from myriad people, but one voice. And so that's it from here. We're going to try to talk to the homeowner, Rahul, and get his sense because, again, his house seemed to be the central point. But that's what's happening here. The crowd not dispersing, even though they can now go home. You can see them standing around. I guess some other neighbors are coming out maybe just to see what's happening. But we'll be out here getting the information and really just getting a sense of what comes next as the morning unfolds. All right, in the meantime, I'll send it back to you.
Maureen, I'm just curious quickly, and this is something you can bring up with them now or later on to get their take on it, but they've said time and time again they're not the ones who have been causing any of the violence. They haven't been breaking into anything, no looting. They're peaceful protesters. What are their thoughts about those who have been doing those things, though?
Well, let me ask them. So we want to know, so what are your thoughts on the people who have been looting and causing problems? I mean, you guys have made it abundantly clear. You came in peace. What's your thoughts about those people?
You're only hurting your own people. You hurting us. You're not helping us.
You're destroying our own
You're
city.
destroying. But this is exactly why we're in the predicament we're in. We keep trying to use violence and stealing and breaking stuff. So that's not doing nothing for us at all. We can't. No justice, no peace, and we need the peace to get the justice.
Right.
And if there's no peace, then what are we going to do? They're not going to take us seriously if we out here destroying the very things that we're trying to build.
Are these people destroying? Are they protesters, or do you think are they from here? What's your sense of the people doing this?
Opportunists.
They trying to cover in with us so they can blend in, so they can just take free stuff and get away with it, and then they make us go in harm ways. Makes it look bad.
Yeah.
So you have people looting out a store, and you see a couple of marchers walking right behind them. They thinking that we just stole out the store. Well, that has nothing to do with us. It's just we just wrong place, wrong time. And
we came out here in like a peaceful manner. We try to like protest, prove a point, but I think the cops caused it all to like be what it is right now, and which is not cool. I don't think it's cool at all.
Yeah. Well, again, thank you guys. Did you have something you wanted to add?
We never felt safe. The entire time that we were out here, we never felt safe.
The cop job is to protect and serve. They're not protecting and serving nothing.
They watched us. People watched us as we were running around trying not to get sprayed. We want our justice, man. That's all we came out here for. We came out here for peace. We couldn't even get that, so
But we gonna get it. By all means, we're gonna get our justice. We gonna get our peace. So y'all see this? Get used to seeing us because it's not over. We out here every day, front line.
And if
we
it's
out
not
here.
us, it's gonna be the next generation.
Right,
If it's
we
not
the
the next
youth of the
generation, it's gonna be the
generation.
next generation. It's always gonna
This
be
fight
like
is never
this.
gonna
Yeah.
stop until we get what we need. Never.
Exactly.
Thank you all. And again, you hear it, Steve. They're determined. They're determined. The passion, the passion is unparalleled out here.
No doubt about it, Maureen. Thanks very much. Good stuff this morning down on Swan Street right now in the DuPont Circle area, where Maureen estimating up to 80 people emerging from some of those homes overnight, where they took refuge from police who were trying to arrest them for what we believe was a curfew violation last night. We're going to have much more coverage on that situation coming up. Also, there is the latest COVID news, and we'll get a